James, we've never asked this question on this show. I've never asked this question in sports television, so I'm curious to hear your answer to it. What happens if the Cowboys win Sunday?
What happens if the Cowboys win? This is what happens, right? Jerry Jones should land that helicopter again on that football field. He should walk past everybody's office like another owner did. Don't get the permission from nobody. And give Mike McCarthy a contract. He should pay Mike McCarthy some money and let Mike McCarthy be the head coach of this football team for I don't know how many years. You have no Micah Parsons.
Just for this one win?
You have no Micah Parsons.
Oh, dang.
You have no DeMarcus Lawrence. You have no Brandon Cooks. You have no run game. You only have CeeDee Lamb on the offense other than your quarterback. And you go out here, beat one of the best teams in the National Football League, give Mike McCarthy money. Because he is going, in my humble opinion, he is going to have to put together a really good game plan to outcoach these dudes to win. That's the only way they're going to win this game. Detroit Lions, they not like your dude, Cal Shanahan, all this funny stuff. You know what they're doing? We got Gibbs, we got Montgomery. Hey, stop us. That's what they're going to do. What the Cowboys don't do is stop the run. And they don't have two of their best playmakers out there on the defense side of the ball. If Mike McCarthy can get this one done, I believe Mike McCarthy shows you that he's that type of coach. Give him a contract right now and let him go out there and be the head coach of the football.
I'm not cooking. I just want to ask one question.
For one game.
So, wait.
No, that's where you
wild, a little bit.
I know.
Me and the viewers know.
And you. Yeah.
If he wins this one game against the Detroit Lions, like they ain't on a Super Bowl or nothing like that, but they are a good team, he deserves a contract.
Yeah,
and if they go to the playoffs, James, and the same thing happens, he still deserves his money.
Off of this one game, he should land that helicopter. He should go pay McCarthy. Mike has won 12. Right now, I believe this stretch, without Micah and without DeMarcus, without no playmakers on offense, is going to really show what type of coach Mike McCarthy is and can he win with these people. That's in my humble opinion. If he could beat good football teams like this that are really good and your roster is not as good as these rosters, because usually we used to the Cowboys being the better team, the roster, all that. Now they're not. And I think this shows what type of coach Mike McCarthy is, and I believe that lets you know, Jerry Jones, he should be your head coach. Go pay this man his money.
I love that you're supporting your guy. But I don't think Mike McCarthy's going to have a say in their win. I think it's twofold if they win. Here's the first one. I think it's going to prove that their defense is better than we actually think, because the Lions run the football at an extremely high rate. What's the Cowboys bad at? Defending the run. Yes, they're without their top two pass rushers. They're without Nealon. They're without some guys. Bland, I don't think, is playing right. Like, all these guys are out. So if you actually win, it's going to be because of your defense is playing well, and we got to finally bring back the Mike Zimmer love in here. Second point.
Hold on.
Okay.
Because I just watch you say that a head coach is over all that. Kyle Shanahan controls the defense and all the defense. So now, no. The only reason why I say that is because it really makes my skin crawl.
Listen.
Hold on, listen real quick, though. It makes my skin crawl that we don't give Mike enough credit, man. It's always somebody else when Mike wins.
I give Mike credit for hiring a former head coach as a defensive coordinator. Kyle Shanahan hired Nick Sorensen.
Mama said you should get out of stuff like this. No.
Hire Nick Sorensen. Okay, my second fact, because I'm going to continue cooking.
See you, James.
Is I think Dak will.
See you later.
I think Dak will cement himself as a top 10 quarterback in this league, top 8 quarterback in this league. You know why? Because the Lions' defense, they're a top 10 scoring defense.
Yeah.
Dak has been really good his entire career versus bad teams. Dak is 10-20. 10-20 versus top 10 scoring defenses. Awful. 37 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. The Lions have a top 10 scoring defense, so I think it puts Dak squarely in like, hey, this dude can play, even though we don't have our guy.
James literally walked off set. I get it. It's been a hard day for James. Aaron Rodgers, Mike McCarthy slander. If the Cowboys win on Sunday, Shady, I think it's very simple. I think, one, Dak's better than we think, first and foremost. So co-sign.
Come on, dog.
Dak's better than we think. Number two, I think the Cowboys are legit again. I didn't take the Cowboys to be legit contenders. Like, I just didn't. After the Cowboys got the doors blown off by the Saints, the Ravens really beat them down, too. It's just that the Ravens let the Cowboys come back late in the game. I didn't take the Cowboys serious.
Yeah.
But if the Cowboys can beat the Steelers when the Steelers blocked a field goal and forced 2-3 turnovers, and the Cowboys can backdoor and beat the Detroit Lions, a legitimate NFC opponent, Shady, they real contenders.
I miss James already. I'm with you on that, right? Not the Dak part. I think that's a good quarterback. I don't think he needs to win this game to show us that. But the second thing is, I think we can take the Cowboys serious again, right? I think they're still a top team in the NFC if they win this game because your team's not the same, right? You got a lot of your best players are not playing. And then you're going to get some really good team, a really good offense, and a solid defense. Like, we look at the Steelers game. Oh, he's back? Oh, come on, man.
Come on, right, Doug.
Come on, man. Hey, you went 0-10 in real life. You should be all right to talk about this block. The Steelers, though, the Steelers win, even though you guys are loving it, I wasn't that, like, overly that happy about that.
Yeah.
Because you played a team that was handicapped. Had great defense, good special teams, had no offense. Quarterback couldn't put no points up, couldn't throw the ball. Where now, Jared Goff's going to throw this ball. They're going to run it and throw it. So if they win this game, we got to take the Cowboys a little bit more serious, James Jones.
I feel you.
Hey, real quick, though, not to hate on your take, but, like, I respect you a lot, right? And when you get some of these takes, like, keep it, I know it's Mike McCarthy, that's your man, but keep it real, though. Like, one win, you deserve a contract? Sounds crazy.
Over the years, too.
Well, say all that.
Most wins in the first 3 years.
With one game?
Yeah, because the reason why I say that, man, you always bring up how many All-Pros? I mean, All-Pro players. 9?
Oh, yeah.
9 including the quarterback, right? Dak Prescott play well. We don't want to give Mike McCarthy a lot of credit. They got 9 All-Pros. We say this team is more talented than anybody else, even though they won 12 games. Coach Mike don't get no credit. Now, they are not a talented roster, however we want to look at it. They're not. And Mike McCarthy goes out here and beats the Pittsburgh Steelers on the road, who has a big-time defense, right? Nobody gave him really credit of how he made Dak better in calling that football game.
I said that he did, yep.
Now he goes out here and beats one of the teams we think have a chance to represent the NFC.
I agree.
And you beat them with lesser talent. And we need to start putting some respect on Coach Mike's name.
That's not the issue. The issue with the Cowboys is never the regular season, right? Mike McCarthy won some big games in the regular season.
Not when he had to really outcoach people.
The problem is, James Jones, which you still not recognizing, is
I
that
know what you're
12 wins, but when we get to the playoffs...
What happened? What happened?
As James, what
And
happened?
I also hear you say all the time, it's only one person, team winning championships. So everybody losing in the playoffs.
You're not even getting there, though. You're not even smelling it, though.
He in them playoffs.
You're not even smelling it.
He in them playoffs. There's a lot of teams on the outside.
Well, I don't want to pay for that. Do you want to pay for that? I don't want to pay for that. I don't pay for that.
What a great question,
Hey, Shady, that's your quarterback, big dog. That's the Eagles' quarterback. But are you worried about Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts relationship?
I'm not worried about it. Everybody wants to talk about this. Nick
go.
Sirianni, Jalen Hurts. How's the relationship? It don't matter because the truth is, right? If Jalen Hurts don't play well, and Nick Sirianni doesn't coach well, and we lose this year, they both are going to be gone. So it don't matter who relationship works or who's cool with who. It don't matter. You know what? When my team suffers, I suffer. And we're 2-2 right now, right?
2-2.
I ain't brushing my hair. I ain't get no haircut until we win. So until we win, I'm suffering like they suffering.
You're not on the construction
I tell you
side,
what, man.
dog. You're on the
In the NFL, it's all about confidence, right? It's all about gelling together, and we haven't. A lot of things was maybe some of the play calls, Nick Sirianni, as far as we should go for it or not. Some of it may be the way Jalen Hurts been playing. Some of it is the defense. But a lot of it is injuries. And you know what, Acho? You know, I got my sources. I got my boys.
Shady sources.
I talked to all my homies. I ain't gonna say the names.
That time.
But they all gonna be back. Yeah, Lane Johnson, oh yeah, he's back. And when he plays, we win. A.J. Brown, top 3 receiver in the league, oh, he's back. The number 2 wide receiver in football, Devontae, Smitty is back. So, ask me all these questions about Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni, it don't even matter. Because what matters is us getting this W. And we got a great opponent, right? Not a great opponent as like really, really good team, but a great opponent to get us back on the winning schedule. We got the Browns, and their quarterback is Deshaun Watson. Not the Texan Deshaun Watson, the Browns Deshaun Watson. So, look, everybody out there, listen, y'all want to know what's going to happen with the Eagles? We're going to get a big win by a lot of points, and we back. Put the NFL on alert. And put my barber on alert. Don't call me until we win.
You know what?
I like the take.
What's crazy, though?
Yeah,
The take is solid,
The
but
take's good.
I just ain't never seen nobody flip the switch to be so positive when they...
We haven't seen that flag in a minute up here, Shady.
Yeah, we're
Just saying.
See, like, the Eagles is such a big brand. We got such a good team, right, and good players that everybody wants to just make us the enemy. But if we really look at the way we lost, first of all, we lost to who's our last loss to?
Bucks.
The Bucks, right? Good team, right? But who really played? Who gonna go out there and go to Tampa and win with no AJ, no Devontae, no freaking Lane Johnson? Who gonna win like that? That's one part. And then the second or the first loss we got was to the Falcons.
Atlanta.
Our best player on offense, or second best player on offense, wherever you want to cut it, Saquon Barkley. If you throw him that pass, a 1-yard pass, 10 times, he catches 9 of them, and the game's over with. So I can take that.
Here's why you should be worried.
Oh, you worried?
I'm worried about the relationship, and entirely worried about the relationship. But you got to be worried about the relationship. Relationships between quarterback and coach is what gets coaches fired. We just saw it with Robert Saleh, quarterback-coach relationship. But forget that. I don't want to focus on Rodgers. We saw it in Philly. Carson Wentz, Doug Peterson. We've seen it before. True Eagles fans, true NFL fans, the man to my right and the man to my left, both walk through one NovaCare Way, the Eagles practice facility, as I have as well. We've seen it in Philly. Coach-quarterback relationship. When there is tension, the coach gets fired. Because $180 million Jalen Hurts is not getting fired. I promise you that. So Nick Sirianni, whose salary is not counting against the salary cap, he's the one who will get fired. So I'm not worried about the relationship necessarily on the field, but the reason I am is because what we know is coaches in Philly as of late, they don't necessarily get fired because of coaching. Chip Kelly didn't just get fired exclusively because of coaching. 10-win season, 10-win season, 6-win season. You're allowed one bad season in your third season if you go to the playoffs your first season. You get fired because of relationships. So the issue in Philly, as I see it, Shady, the reason I'm worried is because relationship will lead to somebody getting fired. Not because of play. Everything you said about play is spot on. It's accurate. You get a dub, you're good. But, Chase, you know, them relationships matter, man. They get you fired.
Off the field, the quarterback, coach, or play caller relationships, very, very important. But on the field, like, it doesn't matter as much.
Yep.
On the field, you have to play better. So I don't think the relationship is an issue. You have to play better if you're Jalen Hurts, and you have to coach better if you're Nick Sirianni. With Nick Sirianni, he gave up overseeing the offense. Now, he talks with Kellen Moore, the offensive coordinator, but Kellen Moore runs that offense. Okay, Vic Fangio runs the defense. The special teams coordinator runs the special teams. Nick Sirianni is now a CEO-type coach, and he's failing in that role through 4 games. Right? You are a part of strategy. You are a part of vision. You're a part of in-game actual strategy, what to do if you need to throw it, if you need to run it. And there's been issues with it because there's been a couple questionable decisions, right? Are you kicking the field goal? Are you not kicking the field goal? Are you throwing it or not? I agree if Saquon Barkley catches it. But you can look back, that's the reason they lost the game. And so not only does Sirianni have to coach better, we can get into Jalen Hurts later, but Jalen Hurts needs to play better. That's what you get paid to do, is you get paid to go out onto the field between the white lines and put a good game together consistently. I have not seen those two do it.
You know, over the years, playing in the league, covering football and all that, it's always, at one point in time, it's always some tension between the head coach and the superstar quarterback.
Yes, sir.
It always is. They communicate the most, right? They hand in hand, because my success is your success, right? They got to have a lot of these meetings and all that type of stuff. And it's never nothing to worry about when you're winning, right? Everybody's relationship is cool and all that. When you're winning, Jalen Hurts could come to the sideline and him and Nick Sirianni could almost be in blows, ready to fight. And we're going to be sitting up here saying, that's what I'm talking about. Look at my coach and look at my quarterback in Philly, finding ways to win. But when they're not winning, then it's a problem with the relationship. And it's like that all around the league. It really doesn't matter the quarterback, however you want to view it. Listen, I came from an era to where, get on me, man, if I'm playing bad. And it's okay. I got to respond. We in a world now to where when you have these certain meetings or a coach or a player gets into it on the sideline, it's a problem. How about we both trying to win, dog? And we both demanding the best out of each other. Whether it's on the field, whether it's in the meetings, whether it's a private meeting, whatever it may be, we trying to win, dog. So I'm not worried about their relationship because at the end of the day, we trying to win. How can we get that done, bruh? I ain't been playing well as I'm sitting up here in this meeting. I tell you that straight up as a head coach. You ain't been calling certain stuff well in these situations. Let's get better at both of that, man, and let's go out here and win. But as a coach and a quarterback, you got to have these conversations. And sometimes they're going to be uncomfortable.
And then I like that, though. You think every relationship is, like, always perfect? Like, you never worked for somebody or had a boss that you ain't like?
There it is.
You never worked for somebody you ain't like? That happens all the time. But if you have a common goal, that's all that matters. I mean, I want to get to different players and different coaches that I didn't like or players I knew didn't like certain coaches, et cetera. But when you get in that building, all we trying to do is win. I think Philadelphia is a perfect spot because you look at Nick Sirianni. Like, everybody talks highly about Nick Sirianni, right? And I know him well. He's a really good coach. And then Jalen. I think Jalen is a good player and a good teammate. I think the way he may come off is a little different because he's kind of quiet, right? But everybody's different. But my thing is, only thing that matters is us winning and trying to get a Super Bowl.
On the field.
So all that, like, as we keep talking about the relationship, like, does it really matter?
Not if you win it.
Not if you winning. What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.